Right. Hey, welcome. I have another success story to share with you. Super excited to have Lisa come on and share with you her experience. And I don't know if you're getting tired of them or not. Hopefully not, because I have a lot more coming. And Lisa, it's just been great working with you. I'm going to introduce and share with you her. Well, she's going to share with you her story, but more importantly, the big reason I do this is twofold. Twofold. I want to encourage you, if you're stuck or you're in a bad spot, you've been struggling with your diet for a long time, is to know that you can, regardless of where you're coming from, regardless of your age, is that if you have given up, it doesn't mean you have to stay given up. You can actually start new and start fresh. And I just want to share with you just a story. Actually, Lisa, who we've been working together for how long now? I can't remember. Is it 3
Oh my
months?
goodness. At least maybe 6 months, I
Yeah,
think.
I would say at least, yeah. So we're at 6 months, and I can't wait to share with you. Lisa and I got connected 6 months ago, a time I think maybe this lockdown and pandemic and all that stuff is time is flying by. Maybe it's a sign we're all getting older. It's going by so quick. But I just wanted to share with you her story and her success and have her come on. A lot of times you can hear me talk about, the results from clients. You can see before and afters. I can post testimonies, but actually hear it from students who are having great success. And Lisa, I'm excited to have her share with you her success over the past 6 months. And it's, like everybody, it's not perfect. There's ups and downs along the way. And I can share with you, Lisa, who's worked hard, has taken action steps, and who's gotten some great results as a result of it. Let's just get started. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
awesome. So first question I ask is, what made you reach out to me in the beginning, 6 months ago?
Well, I was scrolling through Facebook and you invited me to the beach. So being 3 hours from the beach, seeing the beach right there in my hand was awesome. So I listened to your daily dose, and it's been a daily habit that I've been able to keep up with for the past 6 months, just so I can get to the beach every so often. But some of the places that you've been able to share, even your trip to Costa Rica recently, that was just beautiful. And just getting my, daily dose of encouragement about and healthy fit tips to take into my day has been super helpful. A game changer, actually. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so you came into watching. We're not sure how you got connected originally, but you found them, and then you got on a call. Like, we had a conversation, right? You reached out to me and we had a conversation. And what made you say, I got to take that next step and reach out to Mark to see how he can help me?
Well, you were pretty you leaned in. One of the things I've struggled with is that accountability. Like, it's one thing to do it on my own, but it's a whole nother thing to have someone kind of saying, "Hey, I'm here for you. I can encourage you. Let me help you." And to take a moment to think about, I'm really reluctant to receive help, and why is that? And maybe I need to stop blocking my blessing and get out of the way and allow somebody to help me, and maybe I can get the results that I'm after. Um, so sometimes you don't realize what you need until you kind of in the conversation, and kind of conversation at times I feel is a form of prayer in and of itself. And I think in that day that you were like an answer to prayer, because I just really wanted to kind of recommit to my health and wellness, which was kind of getting derailed. So I think seeing that beach scene, and then you extending the invitation, hey, send me a private message. Let's have a conversation. I actually did that. And then I wasn't ready to take that leap and join the program, because it is a huge investment. And, I'm kind of got a strict budget. I've been through the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University program, not once, not twice, 3 times. And so that's another challenge area. And I really do think now that your environment that you live in your finances, and your health and wellness. They're all kind of tied in together. So I'm kind of learning that as I still continue to deal with these challenges.
Yeah, yeah.
Extra,
Awesome. So we
extra
had,
body.
well, we had the conversation and you're ready
Yeah.
to take that next step. And what was it? What was it? Was there anything specific as far as that you wanted to achieve? You know, I know, but for the audience listening is, what was it that you were trying to achieve? You know, a lot of people come on for a lot of different reasons. A lot of times it's weight loss and fitness and get on a healthier path. But for you specifically, what was that?
It was definitely weight loss, like, but really to become a better example for my child. Because, it's one thing to do it for myself, but, you know, as a kid, we know kids are watching, they're paying attention to what our parents are doing. And if I'm not taking healthy choices and better care of myself, how do I expect my son to think about those healthy choices in his future? So it just became kind of like, am I going to keep doing the same old thing and reaching into that same duffel bag of excuses? Or am I going to take this seriously and start to live out what needs to happen day to day to set that example?
And you're so right too. Like our kids, one thing I've learned as a parent, and you know, where everybody tries to tell you how to parent your kids, and then you end up just parenting the way you do the best you can. And sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. But I do know one thing's for sure: your kids, they will follow your actions more than your words. I know that for a fact. So watching and seeing and seeing how mom and dad live, and mom and dad and what they do or don't do, it definitely has been an impact for my families and a lot of people that are in my program who are maybe weren't on the healthiest path and their kids weren't on either, and they started to change their ways, and it's like this kind of generational ripple effect, right? Which is amazing. Yeah, amazing. I'm excited to hear that from you. So was there anything skeptical first coming into it and before getting started? Did you have anything that you were not like sure about?
I was not sure, like I didn't know what to expect, but you kind of really had everything laid out such an organized way that I was really surprised. Like, is this going to work? Because it doesn't seem like there's much I need to do. And I got concerned, like, this seems too easy. So that's kind of where I was like, my mind was having this crazy conversation. Like, this can't, this can't be enough. I've got to figure out what else I need to do to supplement. I'm like, wait a minute. He said just follow the plan. So that was kind of a challenge area for me.
Refreshing though, right?
Yes, yes,
Refreshing.
totally refreshing. Because
So
when I finally did that first workout, I was like, hey, I actually feel pretty good. And I can tell it was working.
that's
And that because it was feeling good and it wasn't overdone, I wanted to come back for more.
Yeah, and that's the key. Like I think we talked about before, is I like to hook people in, you know,
You
and
did
how
that
you
great.
hook people into wanting to exercise is give them ways to win early on. So the hard
Mhm.
thing for a lot of exercise programs that are out there is they're not meant to have people win early on because they're either usually too hard, they're usually too intense, not age appropriate or level appropriate, or the opposite, they're not challenging enough. And I think the combination, and I've obviously from 25 years of program design and working with people, I found out what is exactly enough for the people that are coming into the program. So that's awesome. And you got that. And let's just get right to it because people want to know results. So we've been together for about 6 months now. If that's, I can't believe it's been 6 months, but if it's been 6 months, can you share with some of the results aside from feeling good from the workouts?
Well, I think definitely being focused on setting myself up for success, that's been key. Like going back to drinking water, hydrating all day long. I'm a little not well hydrated today because I didn't nail my full water intake yesterday. But the water, just keeping this nearby, and the, including those random active fitnesses that I've learned from a different program, but also committing to the exercise. Like, regardless of what's going on, I don't care how I feel, just do it. Even if I have to tell myself, I'm only going to do 5 minutes. I'm only going to do the first 3 exercises. because that takes me through the whole thing. Because once I start, then I'm going to go do the whole thing. So that's been key, is just doing it, even though I don't feel like it.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, so let's share what kind of like the results wise, specifically on that. You shared in our group earlier about the results you've gotten in the last couple of months. Can you share those with us?
taking my measurements was key in the beginning, taking the measurements and taking that weight, and then just really tracking. And so I would write on my calendar, at the top of my calendar, like what my weigh in was that day. And then just kind of thinking, don't focus on the number, just keep doing the actions and the consistent action. And then finally, the other day, I took a time out. I did the measurements all over again. And I was like, I've lost 5 inches
So
and more than 25 pounds. And it's been a slow process, but a fast process, because it's like when you step on the gas to actually do the work consistently, uh, it surprises me like that it even happened.
that's awesome. And congratulations on that. And I know, like, I always try to make sure that we all look beyond the weight on the scale, but what 25 less pounds on your body can do for your body and for your health and for the things that you're able to do now. Is there anything now that you're enjoying doing or able to do better now with the weight off and feeling more confident and stronger and healthier?
I definitely feel better. Like I can go for a walk, a hike, which maybe not for as long a distance as other hikers and walkers do, but I think that it's been great because even like taking a walk with my son, he'll do the whole loop with me now.
Awesome.
And that's been a great time for us to connect and have really heartfelt conversation. And so I think that is just a gift beyond measure. So that's something that the reason I started with you is to try to be a better parent, but to actually have it in play and kind of reap that benefit of just really connecting. That's just priceless.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's and it's that to me is even more valuable than the other, right? Like just it's a big part of who I am besides my faith and being, the fitness guy is my family. It's a huge part of it, right? So I know part of it is being my best, but then always being able to show up. And that's so awesome. You guys are able to have that special time and at the same time get benefit from being out in the outdoors and exercising and being active and being well enough or able enough to do that, right? And that's you're changing the path of generations to come. That's you should be really, really congratulating yourself. I'm congratulating you. You should be really, really proud of yourself for making that commitment and doing it.
Thank you. I mean, it's a long journey ahead, but
Sure, sure. I
I'm
mean,
just thankful we got started.
yeah, I mean, and that's at the end of the day, like the small steps add up. They add up to getting still there. Whether it's a turtle pace or a rabbit's pace, right? At the end of the day, you're still getting, and as long as there'll be fallbacks and setbacks, and I know we've had those discussions about them, and everybody does. But as long as we're not taking 10 steps back and not moving forward, not deciding to turn back around and say, hey, I can either keep falling back or stay back, or I can actually move forward and step into maybe what's unknown, but that's exciting, especially when it becomes something like going for going for a hike with your son. That's awesome. Hey, listen, last question for you. I think that this is so awesome, and thank you so much for sharing. Who would you recommend my program to? One of the things people ask is like, I've never done online. Is this right for me? So I always like to ask, who would this be ideal for? This kind of a program?
Absolutely anybody. I think the thing I wish I'd started sooner, but I didn't know you sooner than when I found you. When I found you, I found you when I found you, and I'm so thankful that I did. But I think that, over 40 is, you know, a attention grabber for me. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm willing to admit that, even though I try to stay ageless.
Mhm.
Um, it's been a challenge with this CV Ironman that we're in, but staying in gratitude and accepting what we're in, trying to, you know, work through the daily habits, not falling into excuses, just accepting and, you know, finding some peace within the chaos, and just trying to stay resilient in it. And I do believe that the program can work for anybody. It's very user friendly. The support system is just top notch. The questions that I had, I wasn't sure, like, what should I do? And then I just let you know, I don't know if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And everything was on track. I just thought there should have been more initially, but you all put my mind at ease about, hey, this is it, you know? And so I was able to reach out to you on the Voxer messaging system and ask questions and reach out to your staff and teams that support you. And that was super helpful. And the tools that you have in place for making sure the exercises are done properly, in the right order, the timing is done for me. I don't have to think about it. I thought that was awesome. So thank you
It's
for the
working, and it's
encouragement.
working. I don't know.
Yeah,
I might have to in a couple of years. I might have to say over 50 because I'm gonna, you know, if I go to the next level and I'm getting older, I got a year and a half. I might have to say, hey, it's for over 50 people. But no, don't
well,
worry. If you're over
it could
40.
be for ageless people, because seriously, I think it would have worked when I was in my 20s. It just, that consistent exercise and the way you've got it set up, there's such a variety in the program too. And that's what I noticed. Like, even though I had certain exercises assigned to me, I could build on it. And I like that buildability that you have in the program.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. Yeah, well, that's thank you so much. That was, I think we're just going to end it there because I think this was awesome. And yeah, thank you so much. And listen, you know, for you, if you're watching, how do you get in touch? Now, I know I'm not the only coach that's out there. There's a lot of great ones. In fact, I have a network of over probably 230 coaches worldwide that offer all different types of programs for different people. Maybe you're not 40, or maybe you have specific limitations, or maybe you want to work with a female coach. And I can say is that the one thing that you should realize, and I think what Lisa realized, is that it's okay to get help. It's okay to get help, but I would just be cautious for you to do your homework, do your research, find the person that's going to work well with you, and to make sure that they have a program that actually has been proven, like that has a track record of success like we do. Now, if you want to know more about what I offer, you can reach out to me. You can send me a private message, just literally put in a message bulletproof, or you can just say hello, put your hand up, and just like Lisa did, and we got connected. And here we are now later, 6 months later, and I think it's safe to say that she's getting some amazing results. I'm excited about it. Can't wait to see what the future is going to hold for you and the results to come. But I know you're just getting started. And I look forward to seeing your success moving forward as well.